Don't you just hate it when you sit down and you spend 45 minutes on an episode only to realize that your camera was not on? That has just happened, and that's the technical glitches that we face. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to Fulton Street Beats. My name is Mr. Mike, and today we are going to talk about some DIY guitar builds, namely the Ibanez Gem clones, and some differences, some opinions, and what's going to be coming in the future. I hope that you will join me for this episode. And like I said, it was horrible because we just got through a whole episode and I realized that, you know what, that's not plugged in. But sometimes it makes it better. Sometimes it makes it worse the second time around. So anyhow, you guys, I'm sure, have seen the Gem. What I mean by Gem is it's the Steve Vai style guitar behind me that I built. And one of my, to be honest, I mean, it was a really fun thing to do. I really enjoyed this. And looking back, I can honestly say there's nothing that I would have done differently in this build. It turned out better than I expected, and that rarely happens. Better than expected, but not as good as it could have been. So would I have changed anything? No, I took it to its limits. So let's focus on that for a second before we start talking about some of these other DIY guitar brands. This is the Leo Jamez kit. And this retails for $149. You can go to their website right now. They're $149. And you get a complete kit ready to go together. I say ready to go together. Minimal work. And if you decide to throw this thing together, this one anyhow, well, you have been ready to play right out of the box pretty much. But it wouldn't have been to the best of its ability, if you will. However, it is pretty close. And for an inexpensive kit, I really think, I'm not going to call it a bargain. What I'm going to say is you get what you pay for. That makes sense. I got what I paid for. Do I wish I would have paid more and went with a different guitar? I don't know. Because the mahogany on this and the neck got a mahogany body that was really almost paint quality out of the box, although I still gave it the treatment. And then we have a maple neck with a beautiful fretboard with the vinyl life on it. And the fretwork on this out of the box was remarkably pretty decent. Minimal fretwork, and honestly, most people wouldn't even have done it because it was that good. So that's pretty cool. However, that's as far as it went for completing this guitar with anything that I used with the build that came with it. In other words, all of the parts that came with this guitar, I took and I set aside. They're all brand new. They're sitting over to the side over here. They appear to be decent. They're nothing to write home to mom about, but very decent with the exception of the pickguard. Pickguard's amazing. It's got a beautiful, beautiful pearl pickguard. However, we threw everything at this from new pots, new input jacks, dark matter pickups, Geiger locking tuners, you name it. We even have rosewood knobs coming for it. They're just coming from Russia, so they're not here yet. And of course, that beautiful pickguard. Everything got expensive really, really quick. And that's what I'm here to not warn you, but so you know what you're getting yourself into. Now, would this be a playable guitar right out of the box throwing it together? Yes, no doubt about it. Can it be made a phenomenal guitar? Well, yes, and it is. It boils down to what you're willing to pay. One, for authenticity. Do you want authenticity? If you want authenticity, look in a different direction. But if you believe imitation is the best form of flattery and you want to build a guitar that can play on par with the real deal, Well, this will do it. There's no doubt about it. This will do it. This thing's plays that good. However, aesthetically, when it boils down to is aesthetics in situations like this. If you, like I did, you take a guitar like this and you dump, we got almost $1,000 in this. I'll give you an example. So you dump that kind of a money into a build kit. You expect it to play damn good. And it does. But was there better options? Well, I don't know. There's a couple other guitar kits out there that appear to be super, super nice. Am I disappointed in Leo James? No, they rock at this price point. I think they're fantastic. Especially with their body and their neck and their fretwork and all that. I can't beat it. It does have a scarf joint in the neck, stuff like that, but it's a $149 kit. Now, we're going to go on to another one. I'm going to start here because this is the guitar kit that really intrigues me the most from Guitar Kit World. And Guitar Kit World, if you're watching, I've sent you a couple emails. I'm really interested in building one of your gems. And do I think it'll compete with the Leo James? I honestly, judging by what you're offering, yeah, I think it would beat it hands down, but I don't know for sure. But you have a very interesting price point. We'll go over this a minute when we get to the next company in a second. But let's talk about Guitar Kit World because they've made a couple comments on my videos and they seem pretty decent. Look like decent people, and they have a whole. If you go to Guitar Kit World on YouTube, they have a plethora of builds going on. And a lot of information, a lot of good information. And it's just nice to see that kind of support out there for those of us who want to build a guitar. So my hat's off, kudos to that, because that's very informative and very, very cool. However, in my small world of guitar building, and being new to it, to be honest, I want to present to you, the viewer, as much as we can about something in particular. So I've done 2 builds so far, and one is the Les Paul behind me. We'll talk about that at the end of the episode. But the gem right here, from what I can tell, there's very few manufacturers of the DIY kits for the gem. So what I've picked is the 3 that I'm aware of. There may be more. And if you're a manufacturer that's listening, reach out, let me know. I'd be happy to check out anything you want to show me. So the price point of the Guitar Kit World guitar, $289.99. Now, yes, that's significantly more than the $149 kit. However, when you scroll through the pictures of their build kit, if pictures actually are a proper representation of the kit, you quickly see what you're getting for the extra money. Number one is a beautiful, beautiful maple neck. That is just, well, really superior looking to the neck that's on this, as far as, hey, let me get to it here. Hold on here. And they're all 24 frets, just so you know. The 3 that we're going over are all 24 fret. But this one has the skunk stripe on the back, which is really nice because it looks like a multi-piece neck. It's sandwiched together. Look, it looks great. And it does have the proper body fingers for the tremolo. It does have a cavity plate that actually is recessed in, unlike this one that's supposed to be like that. And it looks like it even has a spot if you want to run a 9-volt for an active pickups, if you decide to go that route. So you get a lot of options. Now, there's no upgrades to this. You're simply getting what they offer, but you're getting a lot. You're getting the gold hardware and what have you. And it looks like a very, very, the headstock is pre-cut, looks kind of like an Ibanez. I don't know if it's exact, but, of course, I had to do that to mine. So there's a lot done. and they have their own stampings on their neck and their body of their own logos. And it just appears to be a real good quality kit. Do I wish I went the route of Guitar Kit World? Kinda, I wish I went that route. But I don't know. I'm just judging it off of pictures right now. But like I said, I got a good feeling about that company. Although I've never worked with them or really checked them out in person. So I've reached out in an email, and hopefully they get back to me because I'd love to build one of their kits. So keep them in mind. You can go to Guitar Kit World, check them out. $289, they have lots of offerings of different guitars, but we're going to stay in the realm of the gem for now because, well, if we don't do comparisons, how do we know what we're getting for the money? So low end, Leo James. Then we have, I'm going to call this the middle, $289.99. We have Guitar Kit World, but don't count them out yet, okay? Then we have BYO Guitar. BYO Guitar has also a skunk stripe on their neck of the gem. They start at $219, and there's a ton of options you can throw with these things according to how much you want to pay. You can price this thing up to almost $1,000. Now, guys, I honestly would not do that because it's still not your way. Okay? And that's a lot of money, right? We have one here that's got 1,000, but Mike, you have one that's almost 1,000 into it. Yeah, but it's built my way. They're not offering dark matter pickups. They're not offering my choice of pots. They're not offering the pit guard. They're not offering the tuners that I want. So I got what I want. However, it looks like an incredible guitar. Once again, it does have the fingers for the trim system. It does offer a lot. It looks great. $219 starting point. What do you get for the $219? I don't know how basic the stuff is because there's a lot of things going on that you can upgrade. You can get your licensed Floyd Rose, but then you can get the actual Floyd Rose. There's a lot of upgrades you can do, but what comes with the basic kit? I don't know. I would love to check out the 3. Okay. So this is $219 starting. And then we have, like I said, Guitar Kit World, which is $289. It is what it is, but it looks better than all 3. Honestly, as far as initial appearance and quality of parts out of the box. It appears to me to be the best quality of the 3. I could be wrong. If any of you out there have had any experience with Guitar Kit World Gem, we're going to stick to the Gem, or the BYO Guitar Kit Build Gem style, please leave it in the comment section below. I don't want to knock any company. I just want to know what your thoughts are. You're good and you're bad. I don't want to hear about experiences that and I'm not trying to be rude, but I don't want to hear about experiences where you may have goofed up, because we all goof up and that's on us. And I don't want to necessarily hear that, well, this required, fretwork. Well, it's a do-it-yourself kit. I'm expecting to do fretwork because it's a do-it-yourself kit. If you want one that's ready to play, go buy one. I mean, that's the gravity of it, right? That's what it boils down to. If you want one ready to play, you shouldn't have bought a kit. If you're just looking at, for something to do and to throw a guitar together and it's going to play, probably shouldn't do that because it's a do-it-yourself kit. You need to use the time to learn how to do things and make your mistakes a learning experience. And that's what I've done. Now, so if you've had experience with these, and not that I don't want to hear you're bad. I mean, I do want to hear it. If you say, hey, mate, this required a lot of fret work. Okay, that's good to know. Not necessary, but how much is a lot? I mean, honestly, was it playable? Was it passable? Or was it just so out of whack that no matter what you did, it wouldn't work? That kind of stuff. But the vibe I'm getting, and I could be totally wrong, is that Guitar Kit World is offering the best for the money. And if you want to do the BYO and add your, $800, $700, $800 in options to it, boy, I'd love to know if anybody's ever done that, honestly, because I'd like to see how it plays. I'd love to see how it plays next to this one, honestly. I mean, so BYO, if you're watching and you have how do you think your guitar, just leave it in the comment section, how do you think your guitar would compete against my cheap Leo Jamez that's been totally decked out and authentic wiring, pickups, what have you? That'd be interesting also. Because I'm not saying that mine blows it away, or because obviously it probably wouldn't. I don't know. But what I will say is, for the $149 that I put into the initial kit that I wanted, I got my money's worth for sure, and a lot more. So I would love to build each one of these and do a comparison, but I'll be honest with you, it looks like Guitar Kit World, as far as initial appearance goes, has everybody beat hands down. I mean, but I could be wrong. I mean, maybe they're just pictures. Maybe the fit and finish is not that great. Maybe the work that would be involved to get it right is too much, but something tells me that they got their shit together, because it's looking that way. And I'm liking the look of their website too. I really am. And I like the fact that they got their own YouTube channel with all these builds. There's 3 reviews on here right now of this kit. So let's I'm going to take a peek at those. And let's see what they say. Maybe is it going to let me? It's bringing me down to the bottom, but I can't see. Maybe it won't let me read them. I'm not logged in, so maybe it won't let me read them. Anyhow, I thought it would be nice to share with you guys my build, my gem build that I love. Honestly, I love it. Now, I promised you we'd talk about the Les Paul build on the wall behind me, the LP style build, if you will. That one was my nightmare from hell. Still a fun build, but my nightmare. Every mistake I could have made, I made, especially on the finish aspect of it, because I was taking liberties and experimenting, and I should not have, but I did. But in the end, it was worth it. How does it sound? Sounds great. Sounds like a Les Paul. How do the two sound compared to each other? Well, that's going to be subjective, right? My opinion, of course, the gem destroys it. Yeah, it's got a lot more money in it, but I'm not going to lie, the Les Paul does sound good. Real good, as a matter of fact. And it was a lot cheaper. That was a kit that I picked up on eBay for $78 at the time. They have went up to $109 now. Requires a lot of work. I would not suggest that you build one if you're a first-time builder, or at least if you're a first-time builder and you have experience building things, then that's not going to be a problem. But if you're a first-time builder and you have zero experience building things of this nature, not recommended, because you have to drill holes for the bridge and the saddle, what have you. That being said, if you can do that stuff, yeah, I recommend the build. It's really cool. It'll sound good as soon as you put it together. Do your fret work. It's going to sound good. I wax potted the pickups. Everything's pretty much, electronic wise is what came with the kit. I just wax potted the pickups and did some insulation work, stuff like that to insulate it. It sounds great. It's heavy sounding. It's crunchy sounding. It sounds like a Les Paul should sound. And it cost me $225 total for the total build. And that's got a lot of other parts that are upgraded, such as the Geiger Gold tuners, and things of that nature. Upgraded the pick guard. I upgraded things I didn't need to. I upgraded the bridge, which it did need, and not a bridge. I upgraded the bridge, but I upgraded also the saddle. The bridge, the Tune-o-matic style bridge, has a typical rattle to it when you strum that could be mistaken for fret buzz. So I got rid of that and put a roller bridge on it. And the action setup nice. It plays nice. I'm happy with the build. I love that sound. It does have that Led Zeppelin-y, Les Paul sound to it. I just happen to love the Steve Vai wail of a gem sound with the Dark Matter pickups over it. My personal preference. Some people may disagree, but that's just my opinion. So that's it all in a nutshell. So, like I said, I've reached out, to both of these companies. I have yet to hear back from either one, Guitar Kit World or BYO. Hopefully they get back in contact with me, because I would love to build for you guys, the viewers, these kits so you can see, I can bring to you and you guys can see what the differences are between them, where one brand shines over the other in different aspects. So that's where we're at with that. But as far as this build goes, can I recommend the Leo JMS kit? 100% for $149. And you have any skill at all to put something together, it's for you. It'll work. As a matter of fact, I could have put this together right out of the box, bolted everything up, threw it together, and played it. And not a lot of kits you can say that about. So, anyhow, I hope you guys will hit like. I hope you will share. I hope you will subscribe. And I will be talking to you soon here on Fulton Street Beats with a lot more cool rock and roll oriented things coming at you. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day. I'll be talking to you soon.